Most people look at these as just everyday carry flashlights. But me personally, I started wondering, can you actually use a flashlight to light a cinematic talking head video? Let's find out. So today I'm testing the Olight Baton 4 Pro and the new Olight Baton Ultra to see if these tiny EDC flashlights can actually create good looking video lighting. And honestly, the results sort of surprised me. Welcome to We Shoot Films, where I teach content creators and entrepreneurs how to build their brand or business through video and audio. So if that's you, make sure to subscribe today. Now first, let me say thank you to Olight for sending this out for me to do a review. All my thoughts are my own. So let's get to it. Now, first, when they reached out to me, I was going to say no, because why would I review flashlights? This is a video production, filmmaking, YouTube channel. But then I thought about it. Maybe I could challenge myself with these two flashlights to actually create a talking head shot. So that's what we're going to do. Now, usually when we think about video lighting, we think of soft boxes, COB lights, RGB panels, and expensive cinema lighting, sort of like what I'm doing right now. But sometimes creativity comes from experimenting with tools that were never originally designed for filmmaking. And that's exactly what we're doing today. Both of these flashlights are insanely compact, insanely bright, and packed with features. But I want to see how usable they really are from a creator's perspective. Can they create a mood? Can they shape a face? Can they work for emergency content creation? Can they become practical tools that filmmakers can actually keep in their bag? Let's test it out. So imagine if you had to do a scene like this. Now I still have this backlight hitting me here, the Baton 4 Pro hitting me for edge light, and I could dim it more, but I'm gonna just leave it there. But imagine you just facing this up to the ceiling and you're getting this type of look. Now let's bounce it over here. I'm actually bouncing this off a white diffused light, and you're getting this type of look bounced. This is bouncing light, okay? Now let me bounce it off my light, my other wall. I actually like this look a lot. It's actually bouncing. I'm blocking my own light, but it's bouncing light from the wall. It's a white wall, or somewhat white wall. And there you go. This is bounced light. And you can literally use this for a scene, making a movie, stuff like this, depending on the scenario. And so now you're looking at the Baton Ultra as my key light and the Baton 4 Pro as my edge light, and that's it. Looking at me through the Yolocam S3, and my ISO is at 320, you know? And this is what it looks like. Now, the first thing that stood out to me about these flashlights is how small they are and compact they are, and actually how well made they are. Now, the Baton 4 Pro comes in at about 4.37 inches. It's about 4 ounces, and it has 1600 lumens and 200 meter beam distance. Meanwhile, the Baton Ultra stepped things up with 1800 lumens, 300 meter beam throw, and 22,500 candela output, all while still fitting in the palm of your hand. Now, considering how small these are, I got lights that are 10 times bigger and still don't throw lights this far. And because both are true EDC size, you can literally keep one in your camera bag, pocket, car, or backpack at all times. And that's also where this becomes even better for creators. Now, obviously, these are not meant for professional softbox video lighting use. They're directional and they have a much harder quality of light. But if you know what you're doing, you can actually use that to your advantage and create something cinematic. Because as we know, a lot about cinematic lighting is really about controlling shadows, creating contrast, and shaping a subject. And these flashlights actually can do that if you know what you're doing, but they can do it. For example, you can use these for edge lighting, dramatic side lighting, low-key interviews, night scenes. These lights can actually create some really interesting looks. Depending on the location, you could bounce these off a near wall or put them through some type of soft material to get some soft lighting. Now, out of the two, I would have to say, I think the Olight Baton Ultra would be the best choice for creators. For one reason, it would be the updated LED technology. Olight says that the Baton Ultra uses their self-developed EIP1 LED with higher efficiency, better color accuracy, and no green tint. And I gotta say, it definitely does. Now, if you're a filmmaker or a content creator, you kind of know what I just said. You know, it just has a better quality of light. It's not gonna be tinted. It's gonna just look better. Because cheap LEDs usually create like ugly green color shifts that destroy skin tones. So out of the two, I would say this is the best as far as that. Now the Baton Ultra, I would say, even though this is my favorite because I just love black, but I would have to say the Baton Ultra, the color is not as white and accurate, but it still can be used as an edge light, rim light, stuff like that. If I had my choice, this one would be my key light and this would be my edge light. I want to talk about the build quality on these because I think they're amazing because they don't feel cheap at all. They feel very, very good, I gotta say. The Baton Ultra uses Olight's exclusive aluminum alloy, which they claim is over 1.7 times harder than standard aluminum. It's also IPX8 waterproof, survives 2-meter drops, and built like an actual tool. Because a lot of us be shooting outdoors, events, music videos, running gun content, and nighttime shoots. So having a light that's compact and durable and just ready to throw in the bag is actually useful. Now, both lights also have dual switch systems, so you get side controls for brightness modes, plus tactical style access for quick activation. The Baton Ultra especially gives quick access to high, turbo, momentary on, and strobe. Right here in the back here, you can turn these on real easily. There are meters in the front here. If you click on it, you see it shows you the levels. And it also has a strobe. Now, as far as battery life, I love that both of these lights support USB-C charging and magnetic charging. Now, I haven't even showed you this yet, but they both come with this here, which is dope. I love this right here. They give you these magnet chargers. See, look at this. It just charges that easily. Boom. Connect this to a charger. And as you see, it turns green, showing you that it's fully charged. But this is so dope that it's just magnet charge away. That's dope. Now, the other way to charge this would be through USB-C. Your own USB-C is just turn this and there you go. So just being able to throw this on the magnet charger, plug it into a power bank, charge in the car, or recharge during a shoot, man, it makes this way more practical and more easier to deal with. And both of these flashlights also offer up to 100 days of runtime in moonlight mode, which is honestly insane for something this size. Now, the magnetic ends of these actually also let you stick these lights onto all metal surfaces. Well, you know, some better than others, but you know what I mean. You can stick these to a metal shelf for quick, accurate light, using it under a car hood for automotive content, attaching a backstage during an event, hiding one behind a subject for rim lighting, and even using one for practical lighting in a short film. They also have a magnetic mount that you can stick in certain places if you want to. That flexibility is what makes these more interesting beyond just being a flashlight, even though it is just a flashlight, but you know what I'm saying. So for my final thoughts, after experimenting with both of the Olight Baton 4 Pro and the Olight Baton Ultra, I honestly think creators should stop limiting themselves to traditional gear, because sometimes the most interesting lighting setups can come from the most unconventional tools. Now, are these going to replace your professional video lights? Never. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. This is for a specific case scenario. This is for emergencies. You're on location. You need a reliable flashlight. These things come in handy. You know what I mean? When it gets dark outside and something happens, now you have 2 extra lights that are dependable, bright, it can actually do something if you needed to do something. But what I'm saying is, I look at these as not just flashlights, but actually as a tool, maybe as an emergency. Maybe I need an edge light and only these could do it the right way. I got it, like I said. And I just have good, dependable flashlight, period, to be in the scene. You need a good flashlight anyway on set, because when it gets dark, it could get hard to see things. And with these bad boys, these ain't no joke. So like I said, are they gonna replace your actual professional video lights? No, of course not. But they can definitely be there when needed and create a cinematic look if you know how to use these, or you don't use it for none of this, and you just get 2 good flashlights that are dependable and that you're always going to keep with you. They're small, compact, they're made well, and what else more can I say? Now, what I also want to say that's crazy is that the Baton 4 Pro actually has a wider, what you want to call, light or beam or whatever you want to call it, versus the Ultra. But the Ultra has a better color rendition, all right? So it's more color accurate, it's more white. This this one has more of a greenish tint to it, even though it has a wider beam. If you're ever going to get both of these, I would say get this one because it just has a better color accuracy. Now, if you don't care about color, I actually would get this one, the black one, because it just has a wider beam, I think. Technically, this one is more powerful, okay? I just made this as an experiment, truthfully, and you've seen the results. I just thought it might be interesting to use 2 flashlights to see if I could really, if I was in a pinch, could I actually create something that could be used for talking head videos? No, you're not going to do big old sets, and they're probably going to be even more effective if you do them, nighttime. If you're doing them outside during the day, you're not going to get as much as you can out of these in a controlled, room, control the lighting. Nighttime would be your best shot for these as far as any kind of cinematic stuff. But again, practically, I think, why not? They're powerful, they're small, they're compact, and they just, at the end of the day, if you don't use them for video making, they're great lights, and we all love light. At least I do. So there we go, y'all. If you're interested in any of these, make sure to check out the link in the description below. I would appreciate it if you use my link, no extra cost to you. And that's about it, y'all. Thank you again for Olight for sending these out. Other than that, subscribe, hit the bell on the side so you get notified on time. And like I always say, it is what it is. I'm out, y'all.